Okay, here we are in Photoshop, and we're going to do some really basic things here. What we need to do is move around our clip art to create our logo. And right now I'm on the Move tool. So what you're going to want to do is come over here if you're not already and click on this Move tool. The Move tool also has a shortcut key of V. So if you say, for instance, you're on one of these other tools, you could hit the V key and it will take you right to the Move tool. Over here on the right side we have our Layers panel, and right now we have all of these different elements, all this different clip art. One layer here is our registration layer, and I can turn on and off that layer by clicking on the eye. And you can see over here our registration for transparencies for doing screen printing will turn on and off. I have a text layer here, our Pantone color, 313 uncoded. That is the color of this bluish green. And I have that text layer down here. And I'm just going to print that on our plates and print that on our transparencies to have it available for when we go to mix our ink. You can also turn that layer on and off. So I want to think of this, all of these layers here, as the printing process. So we have a background layer, and that background layer is like a sheet of paper. So if I were to take that sheet of paper and put it above all of this clip art, all of that clip art is still there. It's just like the paper's laying on top of it. So that's how these layers work. So now we need to adjust our text, our clip art here. What I want to do is make this can bigger. This is an 11 by 17 sheet of paper. I'm going to click on that, and that gives me this bounding box here. And what I want to do is just make this bigger by clicking on any of these squares and just dragging it bigger. I'm just going to click on the middle and just drag that bigger for, say, printing on Little Ricky or a t-shirt. And our Rush text here, I want to move that down here where this knockout is. So I'm going to click on that. And our color, we have the Pantone color. We also have the hex code here. So we have our bounding box around our text. I'm going to drag that down here and place it where our knockout is, but it's behind. And what I want to do is place our text above. So what I'm going to do is take that text and I'm going to move it above our can. So now it's on top. And it looks like our text is too big, so what I'm going to do is just drag one of these corners, make our text smaller so it fits in there. Maybe a little bit bigger. Okay, we've got our text fit in there. We also have another text art here, is our slash lines. And what I want to do is put these slash lines over top of the can. So I'm just going to drag this down, make those slash lines bigger, place it there, and then we have a good start to our logo. And I could put those slash lines above our can and then have them go on top, but definitely a better design choice to have them below. And that is our logo. Pretty close to ready to print, but as if you remember, when we printed on Little Ricky and did screen printing, we needed color separations. So what we want to do is when we print on the laser printer to print, say, our transparencies for screen printing, we need to separate these colors. So what I would do is turn off everything that is black, and this would be what we would print. I would include the registration marks because we want those on both transparencies in the exact same place to register to, and we'll leave the Pantone there as well to reference when we're printing. So at this point, to print on our laser printer, say transparencies, you go to print, and we're printing on our Xerox Versalinks laser printer, and we would print this on 11 by 17 because that's the size of our transparencies. This would be toner here, which is going to block light when we burn our screens for screen printing, and it will print toner on our laser plates for Little Ricky. This toner will act as that oil like on the demo that we did. And then to print the other plate, I would do just the opposite. I would turn off all of the color layers, and then we would print this on the laser printer, and we would have just the black. We'd have our Pantone to reference that if we needed to, and our registration marks to match the teal color that we have. So pretty simple, quick setup here, a little lesson on some basic tools and the layers, how they work. And when you have your design, you can do it just like I did. Or if you're more advanced at Photoshop, you could do some more creative stuff if you'd like to do that. You can show us your skills. But when we go to save this, what I want you to do is go to File, Save As, and it's Rush logo currently, and what you can do is just put your first name in front of that. And I'm going to save this to my desktop, and I'm going to save it as a Photoshop file. And if I go to my desktop, here's that document I just saved, and this is the document that I want you to submit to the logo assignment 1. And then we'll get printing here in a couple weeks. Thanks for watching.